Hey guys, what's up? Kitty Levisation here, and today it's been 5 years on YouTube, for me at least. Um, and I decided I wanted to do a special video for you guys because it's important for me to let you guys know that you are important to me in some way, shape, or form. Even if you know me in real life, I don't care. But I got a Q&A and a top 10 video games I've played. Now, they're what I've played, not in 2016 though. I didn't play many of the new games in 2016, so there's probably 2 games in here that came out in 2016, and not much else. So we're gonna start with the Q&A. I have 5 questions because I asked on Facebook and Twitter, and only Facebook got the response. So most of these are family and friends. So first question is, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? And that was asked by Jorge. So thank you, Jorge, for the question. Jorge. That's because Andrea wrote it, but it was on Jorge's status or profile, so I just said Jorge wrote it. And you'll see why next question. But I would choose to live in California because California looks really pretty, and I kind of want to go live there. The next question is, who is my celebrity crush? That was by my lovely sister who's behind the camera, so thank you. My answer is a YouTuber by the name of Wes Johnson from Smosh Games. Sorry, Yoshi's moving. But Wesley Johnson from Smosh Games, because he's so cool and cute and all loud there and spunky and, you know, normal things. My third question is favorite social media platform, and that was asked by Cody, so thank you, Cody, for the question. My answer would have to be either Facebook or Twitter because I'm on them quite often, but I'm on Facebook more, but I mean, I switch between the two. The fourth question I have is, who's my favorite brother? Well, I only have one brother. Do I have a brother? Yeah, it's Robbie. And Robbie asked me that question, so thanks for your question. Are you happy now? You got the recognition? The fifth question, I didn't write it down, and I'm sorry because I forgot. I have my book here that has everything I need in it. So I'm going off the book. If I seem like I'm looking down at something, it's the book. The question, probably the weirdest question I've ever gotten, and that is bees. My answer to that is yes. Yes. Now I'm going to do my top 10 video games I've played on any console. I do state what console it was on if I put it on there, but I know which consoles these go for. So, coming in at number 10 on my list is Team Trauma for the Wii. Now, what Team Trauma is a medical game where you can play in the medical profession as different careers, like EMT, nurse, surgeon, doctor, all of it. And it was cool to me because I could sit there for hours on end playing it because I'm in love with anything medical. Like, I watch medical shows. My favorite show when I was 8, I want to say, was Rescue 911. Loved it. I'd watch it every day after school. I loved it. The next number 9 on my list is actually a series because there's 4 or 5 different games for it. It's the Fate series for the PC. Now, what Fate is you have your character and you go into dungeons and you kill beasts and then you come back out and you do quests and fish and stuff. The reason why that made the list at number 9 was because I played it all the time when I was younger. Because we played it at my grandma and grandpa's house. They have their computer, and it was on Wild Tangent Games, and it was a free game they got. So we'd always make sure we play it, but we'd leave it open so it didn't get rid of the free thing. And then I think at one point they actually bought it. Dog's barking. Okay, I'm trying to remember where I was. But it was always fun. I completely enjoyed playing those games because it was something that me and my cousins and my sister and my brother would all do together. And we'd always get to the end of the demo and we'd be so sad, and we'd restart it all over again and try and do something different. Number 8 on my list is actually a game me and my sister played when we were younger, and that's 007 for the Xbox. Why we played it was we were living in a house, and every time my brother and my cousin would have their friends come over and they'd do LAN parties, they'd have their PlayStations or everything hooked up. Well, we wanted to play something, and my cousin had an Xbox, and he let us play 007 on it, and me and her would just go back and forth the whole time in the back of the room, in the corner of the room, playing 007 together, and it was probably one of my favorite memories from childhood was playing 007 on the Xbox and finding out what video games actually were. Number 7 is Spyro for the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Now, that was also a game I played when I was a kid, because when we'd go over to Minnesota to my other grandma's house, my cousin had a PlayStation, and that'd be hooked up in the living room, and we'd all the cousins who were there would gather on the PlayStation, and we'd play Spyro, and we'd switch the controllers off and eat cookies and all that stuff. We'd literally have to be yelled at to get off of it because we were so obsessed with it. Number 6 is Quiplash for the computer. Quiplash, I count it as a video game because it is a lot of fun. You start a little party, you have to buy the Jackbox games, and you start this whole thing, and you have all your friends come in, and you try and throw people off or get the most points in order to win. And it's kind of one of those things that's kind of funny because you don't know what the other person put until you see it, and then you just laugh. Number 5 is Grand Theft Auto for PlayStation. I only played Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation. I think I played it on PC. No, I never played it on PC. But it was so much fun for me because it was one of those games where it's like, I know I'm not supposed to play this game, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's a fun game. You get to steal cars and just drive anywhere you want. Except for when you drive it into an ocean. Then it becomes a boat car. Hashtag Smosh reference. Smosh games. Coming in at number 4 is RuneScape. Now, I played RuneScape. The only reason I got RuneScape was because of my brother. Because he was playing RuneScape like nonstop. And he's like, Katie, I'm going to make you an account. I'm like, why? He's like, because I need you to do something. I need help with something. Okay. So he signed me up. And he's like, what do you want? I'm like, okay. That was the very first thing I played online. And I would continue to play it until about a few years ago when they started making you download a Flash thing, and I couldn't download it because the computers I have are very slow and would not support it. And I kept losing my accounts because I never played that often, but it was fun. Number 3 is Kirby for the 3DS. Now, I freaking love Kirby. Little pink ball who can suck up things and become them. That is awesome. I do enjoy it because it's not just for the 3DS, it's for the Super Nintendo. Right, yeah. Yes. No. What?
Wii.
No, not the Wii. I didn't play it on the Wii. Is it the NES? Yeah. NES Classic. That's what I'm trying to think of. Don't judge me. It took too long. But I play on that, and I play it on my 3DS, and I just have a blast because it's something where you change what you are if you want. Number 2 is another series, and that's Pokemon for the Game Boy. I already said that. What am I thinking of? The DS and the 3DS and any platform Pokemon is on, that's what I love. I love Pokemon. Like, I got these yesterday, and they're Charmander joggers. My sister has her Squirtle ones on. Obviously, we're different. But Pokemon was something I grew up on. I was born the year after or the year before Pokemon finally came out as a game. And the first Pokemon game I had was actually Sapphire. I know I'm lame, but I was too young, and Sapphire was the very first one I played, and I fell in love with it. But I watched the anime all the time with my brother and my sister because we were all three Pokemon obsessed. And number one is probably most of you could guess this by now. I'm gonna shut this because I know what it is because it's my favorite. Is Overwatch for the PlayStation 4. Now, Overwatch is a first-person shooter from Blizzard. And what makes it interesting is you're not stuck as the same character with the same weapon, and you get to choose your character. Choose it. You get they're all different weapons, all different source of power that comes through them. My favorite character is Pharah, and she shoots rocket launchers because she can fly and shoot rocket launchers. She has a rocket launcher and shoot rockets. Like, what's cooler than that? I mean, yeah, they have Junkrat who can throw grenades, but I mean, Pharah's better by far. That's a jab at someone who watches this. And he's gonna know who he is because he likes Junkrat. But it's always fun to sort of be creative. And that's what most of these games were for me. They helped me be creative. Fate helped me be creative in finding out where all the beasts live and figuring out what to do and all the different types of weapons. Kirby told me that I can always be who I want to be no matter where I'm at or what happens in any circumstances. Overwatch is just Overwatch and awesome. I don't have any personal things with that. But Overwatch and Pokemon Sun and Moon are the only two games that came out in 2016 that are on my list. Oh, wait. Did Kirby come out in 2016?
I think one Kirby game did, but...
Yeah, one Kirby game did. But... yeah. I enjoy playing video games quite often. Those are some of my favorites to play. I'm trying to get back into Fate and actually buy the full version of Fate. Because I love Fate, and it's an interesting game. I'm trying to... there it is. But I told you guys this was going to be a special video, and it was. I made a top 10 list for you guys, and I thank you so much for watching. I thank those who asked me the questions for the questions, and hopefully if I do another Q&A thing, I'll get more questions. Trying to think, is there anything else I want to say? Nope. I will talk to you guys later. As always, stay fierce. Bye!